Hi, thank you for joining me today. In this video, I wanted to challenge myself and come up with 8 different looks using the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. So if you want to see what looks I created, then keep on watching. So I have the Urban Decay Potion Primer down on my eyelids, and I'm going to take Aurora Matte and just lay that down as a base. This is a pure blending crease brush. I'm going with Soothe Matte. Then I'm going to go in with Ritual Matte, put that in my outer corner. Also going to sweep that under the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take a Wet n Wild fluffy brush and go in with Ritual Sequins. And I'm just blending these two together. Okay, now we're gonna go to Soothe Sequins. And again, I'm using a fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go above right here. More of a fluffy brush. This is from Wet n Wild, and going in with Ritual Metallic because I'm using a fluffy brush because I just kind of want to blend all this out. So I don't want a huge amount of pigment with this. I'm just kind of blending out the edges. So this eye is with it blended and this eye is without. And I'm going to take that same fluffy brush, I'm cleaning it off, and I'm gonna go in with Soothe and also the metallic shade. And again, I'm using the fluffy brush because I don't want a lot of pigment. And just going above here. Still get pigment, but I feel like with the fluffy brush, not as much. It's easier to lighten it up. I'm taking a small brush and I'm going to go back in with Soothe Metallic and go on the lower lash line. To cut my crease, and then we're going to go in with glitter. And for Cut the Crease, I'm using the ColourPop No Filter. I've used this many times before for cutting creases. Like Ritual Metallic, and I'm using a dense brush, and I'm going to pat it on. And I'm going to go in with Soothe Metallic for the inner corner. So what I'm going to do is I want to finish my face, put on mascara, and put on eyeliner, and then come back and do the glitter. My face makeup and mascara and eyeliner, I like to put on mascara before I do any glitter. That way I'm not getting glitter on my mascara wand and getting back into the mascara. Okay, so let's put on some glitter. I'm going to put on some glitter glue. Here is the completed look number 1. I just realized that I was not filming this look. So what I did is, let me just go over real quick because then we're going to build on this look. The Anastasia dual-sided brush. The fluffy side went in with Poet and Matte and put it right here above the crease and blended it out. Then I took a more dense brush and went in with Poet Sequence and put that is the darker shade right here. And then again, took this and just buffed it out. Then I took the Poet Metallic and put that in the inner part of the eyelid right here. And then I took a smaller brush and used Aurora Metallic for under my brow bone. I used the other side of the Anastasia brush for under my brow bone in the inner corner. We're going to do the third look with this same eye makeup. We're just gonna build it. Take the Poet and Matte and run that along my lower lash line. Kind of wing it out a little bit here. Not a huge amount, just a little. And I'm gonna add still a little bit more of the Aurora Metallic in my inner corner. Just kind of beef that up a little bit. Take the Memory Matte and I'm just gonna, I tapped the excess off and I'm just gonna do a circular motion over here in the outer corner and I'm just deepening that pink. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush that says nothing on it and just buff that out. So I'm going to go back to the Poet and do the metallic. And I don't want a lot of pigmentation for this metallic, so I am using a fluffy brush. And I just wanted to add a little bit of this just to make it to where it wasn't such a harsh line. So as you can see, that is kind of creating a purple plum color. So what I'm going to use is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is in Fair 00 or 00. It's basically white. And I'm going to use this to cut the crease. Just blend out the corners of this, adding a little bit more of the white because I really want the glitter to have something to hang on to. So then I'm going to go in with Poet Glitter and I'm going to apply it with my finger. Get a little bit of the concealer over where the eyeliner is, so I'm just gonna put the black on there so you can't see that anymore. Okay, I really like that. So now I feel like my lipstick is a little off. Sometimes that's gonna happen. It just seems a little bit too red. So what I'm going to do is I want to add some of that berry color to it. And I don't want to have to go through all my lipsticks to find that perfect shade. So what I'm going to do is with my fingers, I'm going to take Poet and the metallic, and I'm going to add that on. And each time after I'm wiping my finger off so that I don't have any more left on my finger because I don't want to transfer this color into the pan. So here is I'm going to be going diagonal with Soothe, Matte, Story, Sequence, and Ritual Metallic. So I'm going to be focusing on these three colors today. So I don't have a primer on my eye. I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer as a primer, and this is in Fair Beige. So I'm going to take, this is a pure blending crease brush, and take Soothe in Matte, and we're using that as the transition color above my crease. And this time I'm, instead of patting it, going back and forth, kind of like a windshield wiper motion. Go in with Ritual in Metallic, and I'm using one of the sides of the Anastasia dual-sided brush, and this is going to go in my outer corner. A little bit more of that Soothe color, right? Soothe, yeah, up here. And I'm not adding anything more onto that blending brush that I used, but I'm just gonna go back and forth along here just so that there's no harsh edges. We want to do Story in Sequence, and this is a Wet n Wild brush. You can see there is some shimmer on there. We're gonna put that right here. And again, I'm gonna brush this on. That is a lot of pigmentation. I'm really liking all of them, and we'll see when I'm done with all of these looks, but I feel like so far, the Story, I feel like it might be my favorite column. I just feel like those colors, I really like the oranges, and they're just so pigmented. It's pretty. Okay, let's sweep that back and forth, kind of up and into the crease a little bit. I'm just going halfway over. Back to the original blending brush. I'm not adding anything more on to it, but again, I'm just going to go back and forth right here just to blend. So I'm going to take the other side of the Anastasia brush and use that same one for Ritual Metallic. I use the other side to put on the outer corner here, but I'm going to use the fluffy brush and go back in with that one and see, just to kind of darken up this look a little bit. But this is what I was looking for, just kind of darkened it up. And then I'm just going to sweep this over, not on my movable lid, but on the, above the crease here. Whatever color is left on this brush, just sweeping that into there. This is the Sigma 3D HD Precision, and I'm going to go in with Aurora. I know I wasn't planning on using that one, but I wanted to add this in the matte, and I'm just going to kind of go right here. So now the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Aurora and Metallic and put that in my inner corner just to add some brightness. So here is this look finished. Lids right now is I use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Fair Beige, kind of as the primer. To go in with Soothe Matte, put that above my crease, and I'm using a combination of circular motions and kind of the windshield wiper back and forth. I'm just taking a fluffy brush with nothing on it just to blend that out on the edges. Now to darken that up, I'm going to take Ritual in Sequence, and I'm just darkening up that outer crease. With Ritual Matte and put that below. Okay, and then now I'm just going to pat the Ritual Shimmer in there. And I'm just going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills dual-sided brush, and nothing's on it. I'm going to see if this will just blend it out enough, just in that center line, just to get rid of that harshness. And that worked. So now I want to try a cut crease, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, again in Fair Beige. Soothe in Sequence. And just to blend out the edges of the cut crease. And on the go into the crease. I'm just patting on the Soothe in Sequence. Other side of the Anastasia brush, the more dense side, and we're going to go in with Soothe Metallic. Anastasia brush, and I'm going to go in with the Soothe Metallic for the lower lash line. I'm going to take a small concealer brush and go in with Memory Sequence and use that as an eyeliner. Brush, but this one is clean. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to use the little more of dense side, and I'm just buffing out this black that I used as eyeliner and just going up and kind of towards the center, just in the outer corner. I'm not adding any more color on, but by doing this, it's just kind of bringing that black up a little bit to darken up that outer corner without adding more black to it. Take the other side of the clean brush and just really buff all this out. Let's add the Soothe Metallic to the inner corner. So this is from Moonshatter. This is their glitter bonder. Now I forget. I always say it wrong. I will link the video up above when I did a first impression on this and their glitters. But I'm going to use this for my glitter glue. Now I'm going to go in with my finger and use Ritual glitter. And I'm just going to pat that on. I say pretty way too much in videos. I need to come up with another word. You can see there is some fallout from the glitter. Here is look number 5 completed. Let me know, what do you think? We can't do a multiple looks with one palette using the Tati palette without using just the memory row and doing a smoky eye. I mean, how can you not? I'm going to use, I haven't put down an eye primer. I'm going to use Aurora Matte just to have as a base. Anastasia Beverly Hills, the dual-sided brush, and I'm using the fluffy side of the brush, and I'm going to go in with Memory Matte. I'm just going light-handed with this. I'm going above the crease, in the crease, and on the outer edge. A little bit of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, because I feel like I got the black higher on this eye. So now let's take Sequence, and I'm using the kind of more dense side of the Anastasia dual-sided brush. I'm going to put that all over my lid. Do a cut crease. And now I'm going to take a dense eyeshadow brush and go in with Memory Metallic, where I put down that concealer. To spray my brush and see what that does. So I put Hooded Eyes, the concealer just kind of got all on my lid, so it just kind of became a full cut crease instead of a straight line. I think that's really hard to do with Hooded Eyes, so. Okay, so it definitely did help by spraying it a little bit. Take the fluffy side of the Anastasia brush, nothing is on this, and I'm just going to blend this out. Actually, I want to add a little bit of the matte color. Just blend that. Okay, let's remove these and see how we look. Okay, that is really an upwing. We still got some that was outside of the tape, so I'm going to clean that off with the Memory Matte and do that on the lower lash. A small brush and go in with Memory the Sequence on the lower lash line too. But this time I'm just doing the outer and going kind of to the middle of my eye. I'm not going all the way across. I'm going to take that Sequence and go along my lash line above, kind of as an eyeliner. Now I'm going to take, again, a clean brush and go in with that Aurora Matte just to blend everything up here. I always seem to have to go back in at the top of my color just to blend it out. And below the brow, I'm going to go in with Aurora Metallic. Here is the finished look number 6. I kind of feel like an 80s rocker chick. Focus on using Story and Ritual. Of course, I probably will use some of the other colors, but those are the two main columns I want to focus on today. Start with Anastasia the dual-sided brush. I use this all the time, the fluffy side, and I'm going to go in with Story Sequence. And I do have hooded eyes, so that is why I'm going in the crease and above the crease, because you want to be able to see the color when your eyes are open. And if you just go in the crease with hooded eyes, when your eyes are open, you won't be able to see the color. Now I'm going to take, this is the Pure Blending Crease Brush, and I'm going to go in with Aurora Matte, and I'm just using that as a buffer kind of to blend everything out. Okay, now I'm going to take, this is a Profusion brush, and again, it's a little bit of a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with Poet and Sequence as well. And I'm just going to take this in the outer corner here above the crease and down kind of into the outer V. And I'm just going in a circular motion and very light-handed. Now I'm going to take the other side of the Anastasia dual-sided brush, the more dense side, and go in with Story Matte. I'm just gonna put that kind of in the middle here and just buff that into the Poet color. And I'm going to use the ColourPop. This is the No Filter Concealer in Fair 00. It basically is white, and I'm going to use that to cut my crease. And then I'm going to go back with that Anastasia, the more dense side, and go back to the Story Matte. And again, just kind of go right here just to blend out the outer part of where I cut the crease. The fluffy side of the Anastasia brush, and go back into Poet Sequence, tap off, and just go a little bit above here. That way, that part of the cut crease is also blended. Now to put the color on over the cut crease. Now with my finger, I'm going to go into Story Metallic. I'm finding that you get the best kind of bang for your book, if you would say, if you apply it with your finger. To go in with that Pure Blending Crease Brush into the Aurora Matte and just buff all this out up here. This is another Anastasia dual-sided brush I have, but this one is clean. I haven't been using it, so I'm going to take the more dense side and go into Poet Sequence and run that along my lower lash line. Other Anastasia brush that I was using, I had used that side for Story, so I'm going to go back into Story Sequence and put that on my lower lash line, the inner corner to the middle, so they meet. Take a Wet n Wild brush. This is a little bit of a dense brush, and I'm going to go with Story Metallic and put that in my inner corner. So here is this finish. Here we are to look number 8. I did put concealer as a primer on my eyelids. And I'm going to go in with Aurora Matte and just put that all over. I'm going to take a kind of fluffier brush and go in with Memory Matte, and I'm going to put that just on this half, the outer half of my eyelid. So I'm going to go back in with the Aurora in Matte, and I'm just going to blend the edge of that so so it's not quite so harsh. So I'm just gonna pat it in instead of rubbing it, because it seemed like when I rubbed it on or brushed it on, it wasn't quite as black. And I'm going to take the other side of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush and do that matte black as well underneath the eye. Go in with Aurora Metallic. This is from Moon Shatter, and this is their version of a glitter glue. I want to put the Aurora color in the inner corner, kind of to the center, and then Memory where I put the black eyeshadow. Look number 8. We got some sparkle. I thought that this would be a great look that you could do for the holidays, and I just think that it is so pretty, and I just love the glitter, the shimmer that that wraps it up for the 8 looks using Tati Beauty Palette Volume 1. I'd love to know down below what was your favorite look out of these. I really appreciate you watching. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you like this type of video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. So next week I will be doing a couple more looks with this palette. I will be doing my full review on it and also comparing it to ColourPop and some Anastasia palettes that I have, and just doing a comparison on the formula. So I hope to see you back here for those. Thanks for watching.